Hey, what's up, guys? It's Mr. Voiceman again. Sorry it's been kind of such a delay between videos and whatnot. Um, Friday had a nice little setback at work, so I pretty much haven't been able to leave the couch. Uh, Hurt my back pretty nicely, so it was a fun time catching up on a lot of college football and whatnot. But college is boring. I'm not here to talk about that. I'm here to talk about your Baltimore Ravens, who this week they are on the West Coast as we speak, and in another 4 hours will be kicking off against the Seattle Seahawks. Um, Normally, the arrogant, cocky Ravens fan that I like to be sometimes, I would instantly just say, "Oh, it's another walk in the park," blah blah blah. But given the wonderful circumstances of the Arizona and Jacksonville games, we have learned quite nicely not to overlook any opponent. Last week, wonderful heartfelt win of against Pittsburgh. We just have to hope we can ride that emotion very high. This enters a very tough stretch of road in my eyes for the Ravens. Um, First off, Seattle, there are no slouches, but at the same time, they're not exactly the strongest team on earth. Any team that has Tavares Jackson as your quarterback, as you remember the wonderful days he had in Minnesota, um, you're probably not going to win too many of those contests. Right after that, we come back home against Cincinnati, who, if the season ended today, would be the number one seed in the AFC. I have no idea where it came from, but then again, their schedule has been a little bit on the soft side, so hopefully Pittsburgh today, I never thought I'd say this, they can lay the boots to them, and we can take care of our business, because then that puts us up out front. And then 4 days later, the Niners come on Thanksgiving from the West Coast to the East Coast in the Harbaugh Bowl at 8 o'clock on Thursday night on NFL Network. That should be a one hell of a matchup the way his brother has that team playing. So not an easy stretch by any means for our Ravens, but as long as they don't beat themselves, they should be able to do it. But let's get right down to business and talk about today's game. First off, the defense of Seattle, really big hole on the left side. Marcus Trufant, Pro Bowl caliber corner. He is done. He is out for the season. So, well, outside of Marcus Trufant, the main people in the secondary, I really don't know many that could keep up with Torrey Smith's speed. So, a la the game winner against Pittsburgh, I look for Torrey Smith possibly to have a very big day this week. Bolden, of course, even on tight separation, he's shown I don't know if it's a new awareness or a new hunger, but hauling in every pass he is thrown his way, unless the guy literally is interfering with the attempted catch. I mean, he's been on fire these past couple weeks. So without Marcus Trufant, though, that secondary is taking a big hit. Lofa Tupu, the middle linebacker, not bad. He can play at Pro Bowl level at times, but without a supporting cast around him, not very good when it comes to when offensive linemen can get at him at the second level. Running backs can run all day on this team. So, that being said, I don't look for a lot of Ray Rice, though. Seattle has been surprisingly stout against the run. The scat backs do give him problems, so Ray should have a good game. Maybe not so much as a rusher, but as a pass catcher. But I look for him and Vontae to be having big things up front and setting up play action early and often in this contest, and set up some deep throws downfield to Torrey and Laquan and those all the like. Offensively, they've got a few more weapons. Marshawn Lynch, he fell off big time in Buffalo, but now that he's come back to Seattle, the man has been running like with a newfound confidence. Y'all remember the playoff scamper he had against New Orleans? That still rings loud in my memory banks. And he's been holding steady. He's averaging a decent amount of yardage per attempt. I think he just came off 135 yards last week, so he's no slouch. And he's one of those bigger guys, so hopefully our linebackers are up to the task of taking him down. And on the outside, the receiving core, it's decent. Sidney Rice, definitely one to be watched. I see a lot of Kerry Williams and Jimmy Smith one-on-one. A lot of people are saying Ladarius, but I think he's too pivotal to blitzing out of the slot position to send him one-on-one for most of the game against Sydney. So Kerry Williams, he should be running step for step with him and look for some safety help over the top. Granted, when you're, like I say, your quarterback's Tavares Jackson, he can hit him, but he's a lot like Kyle Bowler, and when you can start making him sweat and you can start making him dance back there in the pocket, good things happen for opposing defenses. On the other side, kind of a bevy of second and third rate receivers. Sorry. Ben Abomino, Mike Williams, kind of the more big physical possession type guys as opposed to the speedsters. I really don't see them being too much of a problem the way our secondary's been playing now that they're up to full strength as well. Still waiting to see Jimmy Smith get back on the field. Really love to see what he can do. But right now it's Kerry and Ladarius with the supporting cast around him until things change, if they have to. That being said, though, it writes up to be a Ravens victory, and as long as we play to our level instead of playing down to theirs, this should be an open shut case victory for us. I don't see it being a complete slaughterhouse or complete shutout or anything, but given this new identity we have on offense with letting Flacco operate out of the gun and call some of his plays at the line, he's found a newfound confidence that I know many of you guys, I would hope, have noticed. But I just hope it's not a lot of the same people who have been calling the radio shows and saying, "Oh gosh, he's such a bad quarterback, we hate him, blah, 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 blah." Well, shut up. We don't care anymore. You can see he has the ability to play at this level, especially after that 92-yard comeback victory against Pittsburgh. I'm going to keep bringing that up for a while, just so you guys know that. So, time to get aboard the Flacco bandwagon. And you should be able to pick this secondary apart. Pass rush, as long as our offensive line holds up, they should be able to give him adequate time to find the tight ends and find Bolden and Torrey on the outside. This should be a very good offensive show for this team. So that being said, like I say, not a complete and utter dominating victory, but I will go ahead and give this one to the Ravens. Final score, I like to say 24-10, 24-7, somewhere in that range. So you have Flacco going for about 275 to 325 and 2 scores, and Ray Rice will have about 80 on the ground and a score as well. So that being said, guys, Mr. Voiceman, hope you like the videos. Tell your friends and family, I'm always up for showcasing my talents to more people. And that being said, as always, let's go Ravens, and here's to a W.